Hey guys, it's Steph. Welcome to my channel and another week of Project Life. This week I'm working on week 36 of 2016 instead of 2018. I'm filling holes in a few of my albums in the back. This was in summer. It was the day my friend's daughter went to high school, first day of high school, and I had an odd number of pictures because as you can see I had those two vertical pictures that didn't fit into design A and I wasn't sure how to do this. So I started off just with those regular pictures that I knew what I could work with because every time I get stuck, um, I do what I have. It's kind of what I kept on doing from high school. Remember when you had like a test or something and they say, if you can't solve something, just move on to the next thing and go back to it. And that's kind of what I did here. So I took the main page. There's two 4x6 photos, and the rest is 3x4s. But I printed most pictures in black and white because it was a very sunny day, so there was a high contrast, and the pictures just didn't turn out too well. But I still want to have them in the album and still want to remember the day. So I'm going through all my stashes. I'm trying to work with Ellie Edwards products because I have so many. I found this You Got This card from, I think that's a Belief Kid. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I think it is. And so now I'm going through the Read Kit from 2017, and I found this The Next Chapter card, which I really like, but it's bright pink. And there's no, as you can see, there's no pink on the page. Quite the opposite, there's red in one of the small pictures um, from the tarmac, and that clashes, so I need to take care of that a little later. While I'm at it, I'm going through the speech bubbles, but I don't find anything that really goes with this theme or makes sense. And so I'm going through all my stash of all my old cards. There's a lot of Studio Calico cards. I used to be a subscriber for the kit, Documenter kit, and there's still a lot of cards I've left. Kind of flipping back and forth between those two. The 8 from, it's August, so it would fit. And I'm looking for space to journal because everything else is photos. But I'm gonna end up with the pink card. As I said, I'm taking off the tarmac because the color clashes and I don't like this. I'm just taking a small pattern card, it's just a grid card, something similar to have on the back there. Cut the photo into smaller, and finally deciding on the pink card. Pretty sure, as you can see, it took me a very long time to try to figure out what to do there. And so I cut this down to a 3x3 photo and just went kind of like the Polaroid style, just adding a date. Kind of Amy Gretchen does this all the time, and it's a very convenient, very easy way to add some journaling to a picture. And so I just did that, just put the journaling right there and underlined, and then that card was done. And I had some of I'm not sure which kit they're from. They're like white circles. I don't know if they're from One Little World, One Little Word 2017, or if they're from one of the kits, but they're from an Ellie Edward kit. And the circle says learning, experiencing, which I thought, or I do think, goes well with the school theme. But I never throw anything away. So to add repetition, I just cut the circle in half and put it on two of the pictures. And I want to use more stems. I never use my stems, so now I try to see where I can put some, and I'm using the Belief Kit, or the stamp that goes with the Belief Kit, and just stamp it straight on the photo. I think it says, I believe in you, or I believe so much in you, something like that. The journaling card, another thing I'm trying to bust out of my stash is alphas. I'm drowning in alphas, I don't know. I'm sure some of you have the same problem. They're all pretty and I all collect them, and then you never use them, and then so I need to start using more alphas. I added the date just in a ghost stamping way on the title card, and I use the Belief Kit again. Yes, you can put that on the journaling card, or what's going to be the journaling card there on the bottom, just to get as an embellishment to have a few more stems. And it's flat. I mean, we all have so many stems, and it's a very good and easy way to use as a flat embellishment. And I used another of those stems for the title card, and then that's done. Add the journaling, and I want to have another half circle. So down there's a lot of white space by the by our feet, basically, because we're all standing in a circle. And I'm using one of Kelly Stem's older coffee sets, and it says Mug Life, and then I'm using Coffee Time, or yeah, Coffee Time, and I'm using the stem and I'm curving it so that it basically looks like the Ellie Edwards stems with a stamp around the circle to have the repetition of the half circle. And I'm switching the cards because I don't want the photos and the word cards on top of each other aligned. And just adding a few puffy hearts that I still have in my stash. I don't even know what they're from. And that's done. I thought I could add some more chipboard, but there's just no room. Neither color nor the room would fit, so I just leave it as it is, which still leaves me with those two vertical pictures that are from the same event. And I'm trying to figure out how to add them without having enough stuff or nothing to tell, nothing to show from that event. So it's basically really just those two photos. So I do what everybody can do and just cut off the page protector. I'm just going to use the 4x12, and I just cut off the other pockets and add a little bit of an embellishment. I'm going back to Ellie Edwards stuff, all little cutouts. I have the digital kits. I've had them for a year or a year and a half. So I always, when I have kits, I just print out a few things of the kit so that I have them in my little bowl and see what I can use. I love this live. This is my picture of me and my best friend, and I don't over embellish usually, or never really. I try not to. So here I have a few more of those puffy stickers and say I love you, but then I realize the colors don't work at all, and I want to take it off because the green bothers me. But of course it doesn't work. So oh well, be it. Sometimes you just need to live with your decisions. It's not too bad, and in 10 years nobody is going to care if the sticker was green or pink or whatever. So I just live with it. And then on the back I have one vertical picture, but then I have a 4x6 horizontal, and so I just cut that down because I want to keep those pictures. That was just I went out to dinner with a friend, and I really liked the pictures I took. It was in the harbor here, and I want to keep the pictures, and so I just cut it down. Looked for a card. That's another Studio Calico card that matches her shirt, so I have the reds coming back down to that card, and I just stick the pictures down, and just so that the memory is recorded. I really like the picture of her. I really like the pictures I took of the buildings and the reflection of the water, and I just want to make sure that the memory is there in 10 years. And so since I had the alphas out and I had enough letters to stick on, use up more alphas, and it's a word that doesn't need an E, so go me. So I'm putting on there Vapiano's, which is the name of the restaurant. It's a big German Italian chain, and matches the color. The blue is coming back from the sky in the bottom picture, so I like the repetition again, kind of color coordinating it. Put the heart on the bottom, and then I take the two little hearts and frame the name of the restaurant. And then there's a little bit of journaling, and that's it. That is all there is to it. And that's a tip if you have just a few pictures and you don't know how to, you really want them in there, but you don't have enough room, or you don't have enough for a whole page. Just make an insert. And if it needs to be, cut it apart. Now the problem is those fall out in this case, so I couldn't leave them. So I just used one of the Avery tabs, and instead of putting it in the heights of one of the pictures, I just put it right in the middle and basically glue those two pockets shut, so that the pictures can't fall out. And in order to put a label there, I just take a stamp and it says morning and evening, because obviously one is in the morning, one's in the evening. And so I have the pocket shot and I have a little label, and basically that finishes up my insert. And thank you so much for watching. I would love for you to leave me a comment if you liked it or even if you didn't like it, and what you think about the layout, and if I could do something different. But thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and leave me a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Bye!